I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how I'm.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Roland again. If this is your first time, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. But if it's not, thank you for coming back.
I hear you breathe, but I can't see if you're right here next to me. Something's wrong, wasn't it fun? Is it now we're done? You get dressed, I look a mess, and you tell me.
Let's get cracking. Let's get into the video of today. Today's video is still a chit chat, still a talk video, because I'm not too sure yet of what kind of content to put out there. It's kind of hard when you're starting and you're trying to, attract people onto your page, but you just don't know how to do it. I'm trying to be able to create a content that is like unique to me and is unique for the purpose of the page, right? It's because we're just trying to create content that is inspirational, educational, motivational for people out there, because I'm not a guru in anything at all, so I can't come and saying, oh, I'm teaching you how to do this, I'm teaching you how to make money and stuff. So that's why for the first 4 videos up to now, or the first 3 videos, it's just been chit chat or like me talking about certain things, and which is going to be the same today as well. So but today's video is for any student, master student who is getting ready to come to the UK or looking out for an opportunity to come into the UK, right? So I'll just give out like a few tips before you come to the UK or while you're preparing your way into the UK. Okay, so if you want to come to the UK, there are several routes, but the best one so far at this moment is coming in as a student. Coming in as a student right now, you have got the advantage of extending your visa. That is, if you meet the requirements, you extend your visa upon completion of your course, right? So you have to meet certain requirements. The first one is that you've completed the course, you had a good attendance, so you just can't come here and be like a passerby in school and you think you're gonna qualify for the extension later on. So you've got to attend lectures, you've got to complete your module, you've got to complete your course in its entirety, then you qualify for the graduate road visa. And the only thing is that it's expensive sometimes, but when you come here you can at least try to hustle and save money, to be able to save for that, because in total, to cover the total fee for the whole 2 years is about like £2,000. But don't let that scare you. When you come here, you'll be able to find a way out. Yeah, trust me when I say that. So apart from the student visa, coming as a student, you can also come in as a healthcare assistant. Like the government passed out the rule, I think in earlier this year, between March, April and May sometime, but they passed out the rule inviting international applicants to come in as healthcare assistant. Before, you could come in as a doctor or as a specialist, but now you can come in as a healthcare assistant, where you come and you do just a simple role of supporting somebody, the elderly, or adults or kids with disability and stuff. You just support them, and or as a care, it's actually senior care. Yeah, it's a senior care worker. So under senior care worker, you can have like different different aspects of it, but the visa you get is a healthcare visa as a support worker. But the thing is, you need to find like an agency that is recruiting international applicant, that is taking in international applicants, right? Once you get that, they are able to sponsor you. They'll be your visa sponsors, right? And if that works out, then they can sponsor you, not financially though, it's just visa sponsors. Like they become like just the reason why you're coming to the UK. Yeah, so once you find that and they're able to sponsor you, you carry on from there. Well, I've spoken too much about the other things, the other visa, but to the student visa. Yeah, so there are several visas, there's several ways of coming. A fiancé visa, several ways of coming, but today I'm just talking about like if you want to come in for a master's, like what to know and how to, a few things to know. Advice is to, first of all, you should try and check the ranking of your school. Try and check what measures they have in place for international students. You should check that. You should know that because it's very important. You want to come to a school that cares for the international students, that has measures in place to take care of you in case of anything at all. As an international student, we're exposed to so many uncertainties and stuff like that. Anything could happen. So you want to come to a school that has measures in place to take care of their international students. You need to check to the school's ranking. The school ranking is important when you want to apply for schools. Apply for jobs later on. Because if it's a big school, if it has a good ranking, you can leverage on that to apply for roles later on after you graduate, right? You can leverage on that. And then you can also be sure that being a good school, they offer like good material, like they deliver their modules well, they give you enough opportunity to learn and develop the skills that you need to be able to apply for jobs later on. They've got measures in place to be able to take care of you and enhance your academic experience and then life after school, right? So that's why the school's ranking is important. Well, that's just a few things that have come off my head about the importance of the school's ranking, right? But there are several other importance or benefits of going to a school with high ranking. Definitely, the higher the ranking, the more expensive it is. There are other schools like my school, University of East Anglia, that is not like, it's high ranking, especially the business school, but it's not on the high end. You've got like Sheffield University, which is higher, is in the high ranks, but it's quite expensive. So you just be able to check which one is good but still affordable, right? So you want to check. The second thing I'll talk about is like you want to check on the course duration, like how long it's going to take. Some courses allow you to take a placement year, where you either do 1 year or a few months of field work experience. Either that. Some others will allow you to do a dissertation, others is just coursework. Mine is just coursework. I'm not doing a dissertation, and I'm happy because I'm not ready for another 50,000 words or 30,000 words to write. No. So yeah, some courses are either placement is good, especially if you find a company that can recruit you, can allow you to come and do placement, because placement is tricky. It's a good opportunity to gain field experience, but also it's usually hard for you to get the opportunity to do your placement. So you just have to know where the location of the school is, if it's a strategic area, if you can easily apply and stuff like that. But there's ways around it. If you find you can't do the placement, I think you can do extra modules. You can pick up extra modules in lieu of the placement, right? So we've spoken about that. Next thing I'll go on to is that when you're coming, just get ready to enhance your English. Just that you would enhance your English language mastery. You enhance your mastery of English language when it comes to speaking, writing, and yeah, just mastering the language in total, because you will use it a lot in during presentation, during group works, doing your coursework. When you're writing on your coursework, you use it a lot, so it's a good opportunity for you to enhance your English language. Yeah. And another thing to know is that exams is not what we think back home. Like, exams are not necessarily writing questions and answer. You've got a mix, and a lot of them here are courseworks. Like, you would have a module like a class or a lecture. Yeah, it's a class, right? So you have like business management class, so they call it here module. So what they do is instead of having like questions and answers, stuff like that, they'll give you a topic and you would have to write on it. Like, it's usually 4,000 words, 5,000 words, 2,000 words. It all depends on the lecturer and what the lecturer wants from you. And the purpose of this is really to see if you're able to put into practice the skills that they believe they've taught you, they've passed on to you during your lectures. Say critical thinking, because during lectures you're pushed to answer questions, and especially if it's a practical course, you're being like pushed to think and come up with answers. And the thing here is like there's never a wrong answer. Whatever you say, they'll say yeah. Then if they don't really understand what you're saying, that's the lecturer, I mean, if they don't really understand what you're saying, what they'll ask you is like, can you elaborate more? So you are put in the position now to defend your argument. You're defending the answer you're giving. So you're not just giving an answer out of the blue. It has to come from somewhere, and you have to be able to like defend it and say, yeah, you're saying this because based on this. And that's how they're able to like assess your critical thinking skills, your communication skills, and yeah, just a few skills that have passed, that they expect for you to have by the end of your course here. So yeah, the purpose of the coursework, as I was saying, is just for the lecturer to assess and see if you're able to understand the purpose of the module. Like, you're able to pick out the important aspects. If you're able to understand theory, you're able to put into practice and stuff. The aim of coursework, and even exams. Some exams are timed, and the fact that the exams are even timed, some of my exams, the first exams I took, and I think that's the last ones so far. What I took, it was accounting and finance, and it was on the online, and it was time. It was like 40 minutes, and at that point when you're doing it, you're like, why is it time? Like, it's limited time. But as you start applying for jobs later on, you understand why this is actually done, because you understand why this is actually done. During your graduate scheme, when you're applying for jobs, a lot of things are being timed, and things you're being assessed in a timely manner. Time is of essence. So yeah, everything here they do in school, that's why it's good to check the ranking of the school, right? Everything they do in school, I've realized that it's to help you for life after school, in applying for jobs, and the job market, like even the business, like getting into the field, it's all to help you out. So we've spoken about that. And another tip to put in mind is that UKVI, the government website, should be your best friend. That's where you check all your updates. Don't listen to what people who have been here for, like, they say, oh, I've been here for like 5 years. 10 years, I know what I'm talking about. You can listen to them, but before you make any decision, make sure that you are making an informed decision, that is you are putting yourself out there to make that decision, right? And it should be based on the resources you found on the government website. That should be your best friend. In researching before and even when you get here, is quite important. Then when you come here and you know people, be ready to be lonely. Like, having enough self-time is good, but here you have it to the extreme, because even if you know people, you don't always have the time to meet them. Everybody is just on their own business. Like, everybody is just busy in their own level. Just be ready to just communicate with people over the phone, or even not communicate with them at all, apart from like certain times, because everybody is just busy. You just don't understand why, but yeah, that's how it is here. And one other thing I want to talk about is the weather. The British weather. Very unstable weather. Very, very unstable weather. Now we are getting close to summer, but sometimes it rains and stuff like that. I remember one time, it was in April or so, it was snowing, it was raining, and there was sunshine. So just be ready. Sometimes you can see the sun outside, but it is cold. Yeah. So I think I've talked about everything. Yeah, I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that I'll be able to create content that would that is engaging and would attract you to stay connected to my page and stuff like that. So I know it's a learning journey. There's so many things I don't know and I'm still learning, so hopefully I'll get there someday, right? Donc passons en français maintenant. Coucou tout le monde, bienvenue sur ma page. Merci si c'est votre première fois ici, je m'appelle Rolande. Bienvenue. Et si c'est votre deuxième, troisième fois, bienvenue toujours. Merci d'être passé pour une autre fois, je vais dire. Bon, aujourd'hui je donnais juste des astuces pour vous aider si vous venez ici en Angleterre pour l'école. Bon, bref, je pense que ce serait même mieux que vous écoutez la version en anglais, parce que si vous préparez venir ici, ça veut dire que vous êtes prêt à apprendre l'anglais, n'est-ce pas? Donc, je parlais juste des petits points à noter si vous voulez venir ici. Vous devez vous abonner à la page du gouvernement de l'Angleterre, parce que c'est cette page que vous aurez toutes les informations importantes. Et j'ai aussi partagé le fait que c'est important de connaître bien l'école dans laquelle vous allez venir étudier, puisque c'est important d'être dans une école où ils ont des mesures en place pour s'occuper des étudiants internationaux, quoi. Donc c'est très important de venir dans un établissement où ils ont des mesures en place pour s'occuper des internationaux et tout ça. Et aussi c'est bien de venir dans une école qui est quand même bien placée. Je dis ça pourquoi? Parce que ça va vous aider à chercher du travail après, parce que vous pouvez bien vous vanter que bon, j'ai fait un master ou j'ai une école qui est placée ici, donc ils m'ont appris, tu vois, un avantage pour vous, quoi. Ce que je veux dire, ce sera un avantage pour vous, et vous serez aussi assuré que le niveau d'éducation serait très bien, très bon, et enseigner à la manière qui est nécessaire, nécessaire pour que vous puissiez avancer ou bien chercher du travail et tout ça. Ok, bon, j'ai aussi parlé du fait que c'est important j'ai aussi parlé du fait que le climat est vraiment instable. Parfois tu peux être là, il fait chaud, et donc 5 minutes après il fait froid, donc il faut toujours être avec comment on appelle, une jaquette, même pendant l'été, quoi. Là on s'approche vers l'été, donc il fait parfois chaud, et tout ça, mais il faut juste être au garde, quoi. Il faut être, parce que ça peut changer à n'importe quel moment, donc c'est un peu ça. Donc c'est juste quelque chose de savoir que le climat ici n'est pas stable du tout. Et aussi, j'ai parlé du fait que ici l'examen n'est pas ce qu'on s'attend toujours au pays, ou pas. Parfois, quand on part à un examen, on s'attend à avoir des questions et puis des réponses, mais c'est pas le cas ici, parce que ici, on essaie plus de voir si vous avez pu développer quelques potentiels qui sont nécessaires même pour après l'école, dans l'aspect du travail, quoi. Donc ils veulent vraiment savoir si vous avez pu gagner des potentiels, des skills nécessaires, n'est-ce pas, un peu comme les pensées approfondies, parce que on vous donne quelque chose, c'est plus ou moins des essais, on vous donne un point et puis vous devez développer ça, et puis vous devez développer ça à base des données, ou bien à base des comment on appelle, des leçons que vous avez eu à apprendre, ou même des recherches, des livres et tout ça. Donc c'est un peu ça. Et donc vous allez vous apprêter à bien apprendre. Bon, si vous vous donnez à fond, vous allez bien apprendre l'anglais. Vous allez avoir une maîtrise de la langue. Donc c'est important, c'est une opportunité, quoi, un avantage. Et bon, je disais aussi que maintenant, si vous voulez venir à l'école, c'est le bon moment, parce qu'après l'école, vous avez la possibilité d'avoir une extension sur votre visa, mais c'est payant, c'est pas moins cher, c'est pour 2 ans, il faut payer une totalité de peut-être 2000 livres, mais ne vous inquiétez pas, parce que quand vous allez arriver là, vous aurez l'opportunité de travailler et puis épargner de l'argent pour ça, quoi. Mais c'est payant. Oui, c'est peut-être 2000 livres comme ça, vous payez pour 2 ans. Ça vous permet d'habiter ici après l'école et tout ça. Donc, je pense que c'est un peu ça. J'ai juste... c'est ce que je veux dire. Il suffit de passer dessus en français, parce que bon, les mots, j'ai manqué beaucoup de mots. Et puis, je ne vais pas trop perdre du temps pour que ça soit ennuyant, quoi. Donc, en gros, voilà les petits points qu'il faut savoir avant de venir en Angleterre. Donc, merci les gars, merci les amis d'avoir passé votre après-midi ou bien soirée avec moi. Ok, à la prochaine alors. Ciao, merci.
I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how I'm